Hey folks, yesterday while visiting the gun store, I found a CZ75 clone for sale at a very decent price, new in box, and picked it up, and I thought that I'd spend some time talking to you about it. This particular one is a SAR B6, made in Turkey. But it's pretty close to the original CZ75. Has a magazine disconnect in the usual 1911 place. As you can see, magazines drop free with no problem. Stand by a second while I clear the slide. Okay, we're locked back on an empty chamber. Magazine is out. Slide, let's flip this over in one-handed. Okay, to release the slide, of course, you can either pull back on the slide and let it go, or just simply hit this button. The gun has a thumb safety, which operates in the reverse mode from the 1911, and that down is safe, up is fire. The gun will fire single action like this, or it'll fire double action. The internal mechanism is basically Browning high power. Chex copied it. The addition, of course, is a double action pull. Sights are 3-dot, which is pretty good actually. Certainly better than the original 1911 sights. I'll be doing a test firing of it. The magazine is marked up to 15 rounds, but actually it holds 17. There's 17 rounds of Winchester 115 grain in it at this time. I will be doing a test firing with the Winchester ball, some Winchester silver tip I have laying around, and maybe some Remington or some 147 grains. Anyway, let's go to the range and see how it works. Okay, here are the 3 ammo types we're going to use for testing. Winchester white box, full metal jacket, 115 grain. Remington, I don't know if that'll focus. This is 147 grain metal case. And some Winchester silver tips I was issued back in 1994. As it's raining today, so I'm gonna do the reloading back here underneath my deck and do the firing out there in the rain. One of the reasons I was able to get this CZ clone cheaply is because in the years it sat on a dealer's shelf, he yielded to financial temptation and sold off one of the magazines that was supposed to come with this pistol. It was originally to be sold with 2 magazines, and he sold one to somebody else, and that meant he had a pistol that was short 1 magazine, which is why I was able to get it for a good price. Anyway, let me go set up the target and do the shooting. Okay, first test, 115 grain full metal jacket Winchester Western. Slide's a little stiff, but brand new gun. Safety needs to be off. Okay, no malfunctions. Magazine drops freely. I'm gonna go reload. Okay, for those that wanted to know how this gun does, let's take a look at what we got. Took me a while to dial it in, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, outside, well, 6 outside the group. Alright, I'll give it 7 outside the group. Then once I realized I was hitting a little low, I adjusted, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, 9 and 7, so we got 16 shots on the paper. And this is 7-inch wide target, so all of them would have ruined somebody's day. Okay, what I've done for the next magazine, I kind of lied. I'm not going to do straight magazines of straight loads. Well, I've got 2 rounds of the previous Winchester 115 grain, followed by 5 rounds of Remington 147 grain, followed by 5 rounds of Winchester Silvertip, followed by another 5 rounds of Remington 147 grain. Mixed ammo is hard on a lot of guns, and it's a really good function test. If I can run through this magazine with no bobbles, I'm pretty happy with this pistol. Put my shooting glasses on. Make sure the safety's safe. Slide release, loaded and ready. No malfunctions, mixed ammunition types, heavy bullets, light bullets, hollow point bullets. Pistol did not care. Let's go see if the target has changed any. So I've got no left to right flies discernible. Obviously I've got more holes in the paper in the target portion. And I would say this is a pretty good handgun for a beginner who wants a good quality pistol at an affordable price. By the way, for those that were not shooting guns back in the 1990s or earlier, this is a Winchester Silvertip. I believe the factory discontinued them sometime in the mid-1990s. Bear with me, one hand on the camera, no hands on the box. There we go. It's an aluminum jacketed soft lead bullet. My field experience is such that it expands very reliably in humans. However, it does not do well on automobile glass. It tends to fragment. So if you're shooting someone behind a windshield, this is not the best, based on my experience and observation. If, however, they're out in the open, it's a very effective round. Anyway, it's discontinued now for unknown reason. And that pretty much wraps up this video. Please like and subscribe. Consider becoming one of my Patreon supporters. Thank you much.